to my motto, nothing's ever holding back.
This week, I think I've stumbled across one of the most demanding and most honest race formats I've experienced today on iRacing. It's not even an official special event. It's not a traditional endurance race. There's no pit strategy, no tyre compounds, and no fuel numbers to hide behind. It's just a car, a track, and time. This is the Ray FF1600 at the Nürburgring Combined Gesamtstrecke Long. Now, many of you may not have even heard of that combination. It's nearly 10 minutes per lap, 3 laps per race, almost 30 minutes of uninterrupted driving. When I finished my first race, I didn't feel like I'd done a sprint race. I didn't even feel like I'd done a normal race. I felt mentally drained, but in a good way. The kind of tired you get when you know you've actually been focused. And that's when it clicked. This feels like an Ironman event. No safety nets, no shortcuts, and absolutely nowhere to hide. So today's episode is about this kind of race. Why it works, why it is so brutal, and why it might be one of the best tools for improving as an iRacer in 2026. On paper, this race sounds simple. 3 laps, but context is everything. This isn't 3 laps of a short club circuit. This is 3 laps of the Nürburgring Combined Gesamtstrecke, a layout that merges the modern Grand Prix circuit with the Nordic life into one relentless lap. And here's the number that really matters. This combined layout contains over 170 corners in a single lap. That means across a 3-lap race you are negotiating more than 500 corners, all without a reset, without a pause, and without a moment where your brain can fully switch off. That's not just physically demanding, it's cognitively demanding. By the end of lap 1, your concentration is already being tested. By lap 2, mental fatigue starts to creep in quietly, and by lap 3, every simple decisions feel heavier than they should. There are no pit stops to reset your focus, no cautions to break the rhythm, no repetitive sequences where muscle memory can fully take over. Every section is different, every corner demands respect. That's why this is an Ironman event in my opinion, not because it's long, but because it demands sustained decision making for nearly half of an hour. So why is the Ray FF1600 perfect for this, what I'm calling the new Ironman event on iRacing? This event would not work the same way in just any car. The Ray FF1600 is the perfect Ironman vehicle because it is brutally honest. There are no aerodynamic grip to save you, no power to massport exits, no electronics to calm the car when it gets a little bit greedy. Everything is mechanical, everything is driver input, therefore everything is exposed. Overdrive one corner and you don't lose a tenth, you lose momentum for the next 5 corners. Miss an exit and you don't just lose speed, you lose flow, confidence and rhythm. What this car does brilliantly is amplify small mistakes into long consequences. That's exactly what makes it such a powerful development tool. It forces you to think ahead. It forces restraint, and it punishes emotional driving immediately. If you try to think about this lap as an individual set of corners, you will overwhelm yourself. Instead, you need to think of it in mental zones. The Grand Prix section, this is where many Ironman racers are lost early. Cold tyres, cold brakes, yada yada yada. We know that by memory by now. But also it's a tightly packed grid. Drivers want to race immediately, but this section isn't about racing. It's about survival and positioning your mindset. Your only goal is to reach the Nordislife entry with no damage, no incidents, and a calm heart rate. Sounds easy, right? Then you come to the Nordislife entry. Once you're in, you're fully committed. From this point onward, mistakes compound. Every correction costs mental energy. Every side adds stress. This is where you stop racing drivers and start racing the circuit itself. But many drivers don't seem to have this epiphany moment. Then there's the mid-lap flow. This is where the Ironman race is truly decided. Drivers who overdrive slowly unravel. Drivers who stay calm quietly move forward, often without making a single aggressive move. This is where patience looks boring and boring looks fast. Then there's the final sector. This is the most dangerous part of the race. Mental fatigue is high, confidence is falsely high, and the desire to just get it done creeps in. Most race-ending mistakes happen here, not because drivers are slow, but because they relax too early. Now we're going to come back in a minute and we're going to talk about mental resilience for the real Ironman challenge here on iRacing. We're having a quick pause here to mention our sponsor, Outlap, who are supporting the podcast. Outlap is built around the side of sim racing we don't talk about enough. The focus, the preparation, and mental work that happens long before the race actually starts. It's not about hype or loud designs, it's about process, patience, and showing up ready, whether that's in the rig or stepping away from it. If that side of sim racing resonates with you, you'll find Outlap quietly ticking along in the background. I want to thank Outlap again for sponsoring the podcast, and the link to their sim racing apparel store is in the show notes. This event isn't physically exhausting, it's mentally exhausting. For nearly 30 minutes, your brain never fully switches off. There are no long straights to relax, other than the last one maybe, but you've also got people trying to slipstream you and get by you as we come up to the brow of the hill. There's no repetitive corners to reset. Every second you're making decisions, braking points, throttle inputs and risk assessments on the fly. And this is where most drivers fall apart. They replay mistakes instead of driving the next corner. They chase time they've already lost. They race cars that are minutes up the road. Here's a simple mid-race self-check that helps. Ask yourself, am I driving the corner in front of me or the mistake I've just left behind me? Mental resilience is the Ironman event. Mental resilience in the Ironman event means emotional neutrality. Miss an apex, accept it. Lose a position, let it go. Anger and frustration burn mental fuel, and you need every bit of it for lap 3. Now, what about a race strategy for this Ironman event? This might not look like a strategic race, but it absolutely is. Lap 1, survival mode. Your only goal is to finish lap 1 clean. Avoiding chaos is not losing time here, it's investing in the race. Lap 2, I'm calling rhythm mode. This is the most important lap of the race. Settle into repeatable braking points, be patient on the throttle, and let aggressive drivers go. They often remove themselves from the race anyway. And lap 3 is all about discipline mode. This is where ego ends races. Your reactions by now are slightly slower, your confidence is misleading, and your brain wants closure. This is where you consciously back things down, drive at 95%, not 100%, and finishing strong beats crashing bravely. So, this new Ironman event, how should iRacers practice for this kind of race? This event exposes poor practice habits immediately. Hot lapping builds speed, but not endurance. Restart spamming builds perfection, but not recovery. Instead, I'm suggesting you practice like this for this kind of long race. Run 30 to 40 minute solo sessions, no resets, no pauses. Practice linking corners, not isolating them, and focus on exits and rhythm. Intentionally underdrive at 90 to 95% pace until it feels comfortable. You'll discover how little lap time you actually lose and how much mental clarity you gain. Before the race, pre-plan restraint. Corners you will lift for and places you will not attack. That decision making saves mental energy when it matters most. So who is this event really for? This race is perfect for drivers stuck in high rating plateaus, drivers who overdrive short races, drivers struggling with consistency, and it's not for the highlight chasers, it's not for the one-lap heroes. This Ironman event doesn't flatter you, it teaches you. Personally, this week I have gained at present with a couple of days to go, getting on for 800 IR, and my safety is maxed out at 4.9. So, if you are a farmer at times, this is a track that is integral to getting these results. So closing then, so why this might be iRacing at its purest. The iRacing Ironman event doesn't reward bravery, it rewards respect. Respect for the car, respect for the circuit, and respecting yours and other drivers' limits. 3 laps, 500 corners, nearly 30 minutes, and nowhere to hide. And before we wrap up, I just want to say a quick thank you to Outlap for sponsoring the podcast. Outlap supports sim racers who value focus, patience, and long-term improvement. Exactly the mindset this Ironman event demands. No shortcuts, no hype, just respect for the craft. If you can finish this race cleanly, not win it, finish it. You'll be a better iRacer anywhere else. And that's why this might be one of the purest racing experiences currently on iRacing. Until next time, viewers and listeners, happy iRacing, and I'll see you on the track soon.
Whatever it takes, we're racing, we're in the zone. Whatever it takes, we push hard, never alone. I'm in the cockpit, the engines roar, hear me now. We're racing circles, got a hustle made of vow. Chasing victory, it's all or nothing on the track. Speed is my motto, nothing's ever holding back.